put camera on the tripod, put the poster on the screen. Let's talk about this movie review. I'm just trying to test out Matthew McConaughey's powers. I don't know. So The Dark Tower is a movie that is adapted to the Stephen King novels, where this is supposed to be one of his more popular ones. It's supposed to be like the universe, the one that connects all his stories, I guess. The base is how you can go from one world to another world. So I guess, like, you can go into the It world, into the Shining world, stuff like that. So that's a little just basis of what I know of this. And then it has two leading characters. One is the gunslinger, the other one is the man in black. And in this movie, they are portrayed by Idris Elba, Matthew McConaughey. One of them just wants to, like, capture as much kids as he can to get like this power going from, like, the Dark Tower, so it could fall and then he could kind of reign over it. The gunslinger is just the person, he has a vendetta with him, has a personal conflict, and wants to stop him for a certain situation that happened in his life. And honestly, what really had it, just when I always heard about this movie, who they were casting, McConaughey, Elba, I was like, perfect right there. Good actors, okay? They have a good resume. I want to see what they can bring, and putting them together in the movie like this, like, it's like an almost like dream team cast that you just think you never see two of them go together. There might be in another movie, can't think of it, but this is the one that I feel like this is the first movie they've been in. So with them alone, I was like, I hope this movie does good, and then just making it a Stephen King novel, I'm like, why not? Like, I want it to succeed, and I heard talks they might connect some movies and later on to the universe if this all works out. So I'm always trying to root for any movie, even if it has poor marketing or it's just maybe the trailers are not marketing well, because the trailers really were uninteresting for me. I didn't enjoy it, but I was, intrigued to go see it, just to see what the actors can do, bring this movie to life as best as they can. And overall, I was not disappointed, but I didn't come out loving the movie. And I think the credit goes to is the second half. That I'll talk about. My favorite part really is the second half, when he goes into, like, New York, Idris Elba, with the little kid that apparently sees visions, and he's the key for everything here to, like, balance this universe. And seeing him go just because his world was falling apart, and they wanted to go check out New York, to go see if they can stop it from that side, that point of view, and seeing him have the swordfish out of the water, it was interesting. It wasn't the best. We've seen this before, where it was Thor, Superman. So yeah, but I had a fun time because Idris Elba in the first half of the movie really felt kind of like he was underperforming. Like, he's a really good actor and shows that he tried his best. Maybe it's just the strip and the directors just didn't direct him well. Like, they told him, you work with it as best as you can. So he probably did as best as he could. But from the delivery standpoint, where I saw on the camera, it's just his performance was kind of like, he's always like not interested. He was just like, he's always gloomy. He's a terrible mood. I understand because of his backstory, that's why who he is. But then when he shifts gears into the second half, that was more of he accepted it now. He was having a fun time kind of playing this role, and seeing him with the kid kind of be like, you're going to like New York a lot because of the guns, and then teaching him, like, say this, say that when he needs to go to, like, the doctor's appointment because Roland, his name, by Idris Elba's character, is all wounded, and he has all these, like, contracted all these diseases. You're just thinking, like, what the heck? And he's okay with it, and he just acts natural because he doesn't know what to think about this. He doesn't know that side of the world, how it's planted on him, and the kid has to teach him. That was interesting. Him kind of like eating a hot dog, thinking it was an actual dog. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie. And yeah, the first half, it was okay. Like, the kid with the origins was fine, I guess, but really nothing new. The mother who wants to be there for her son but never can defend herself, the abusive stepfather, it's always that case. And then Matthew McConaughey, his character, like, he just pops out from time to time everywhere and go. I feel like they just, it felt very lazy, because I feel like they just wrote him for, like, we're going to need you to walk some scenes, we need you in this movie, we need you to promote this, and don't worry, you won't need to do too much. Just walk in, out, say that, we need to capture these kids. So I feel like there wasn't too much to him. But besides it being Matthew McConaughey, if it wasn't Matthew McConaughey, I don't think this character really would have brought a presence, like McConaughey could do. It was more interesting to see his character in the second half using more of his powers. Another favorite part was when the gunslinger and the man in black, they kind of go at it for a while. That also was entertaining. That's really what made the second half. So it all just depends how I viewed this movie, and I viewed it as two movies. With the second half, I really enjoyed a lot, just because they had more to do. It's just the quest was at least more enjoyable. The first half just didn't know what it was. Like they just wanted to lay the groundwork for what this movie's gonna be, and it's like they really cared more in the second act of the film. But overall, if I can combine it, I would have to come out with, I'm gonna give The Dark Tower a C plus. Enjoyable movie. You can get a good couple of friends, just have a good laugh. If not, you'd probably just Redbox this, Netflix it, something. So let me know, guys, what you thought of this movie. What's your opinion on the books? Did you really love these books? Did you grow with them? All this in the comments below. And as always, Roland Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.